What if I told you that some of the smallest coins ever made, the simple 2 pence and 3 pence, can actually be worth a life-changing fortune today? Yes, these tiny coins that once slipped through people's hands in daily shopping are now considered hidden treasures by collectors. Some rare editions and error strikes have shocked the world by selling for tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Imagine holding a coin that looks ordinary, but in reality it could pay for a luxury car, a dream vacation, or even a brand new house. In this video, we are going to uncover the most valuable 2 pence and 3 pence coins in history, coins so rare, so valuable, that they have become legends in the world of numismatics. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll be checking your old change to see if you're sitting on a hidden fortune. Now let's talk about one of the most valuable and iconic 3 pence coins, the one with a unique chain design along the sides. The 12-sided 3 pence is instantly recognizable because of its unusual shape and its beautiful design. On one side, it carried the portrait of the monarch, first King George VI and later Queen Elizabeth II. On the other side, it featured the thrift plant, often called the grass design, with its delicate stems and flowers. This simple yet elegant symbol represented strength and resilience, a fitting message during the years it was issued. The coin's 12 sides made it stand out in every pocket. And even today, collectors admire both its rarity and its striking historic design. This is one of the most valuable 3 pence coins ever struck. The year 1952 was the final year of King George VI's reign, and very few 3 pence coins were minted before Queen Elizabeth II came to the throne. Because of its incredibly low mintage, the 1952 3 pence has become the holy grail for collectors of this series. Some examples in top condition have been known to sell for $25,000 to $40,000. A staggering figure for such a small coin. The historical significance adds even more value. It represents the end of one royal era and the beginning of another. Now this coin is a true legend. By 1945, Britain was coming out of the Second World War, and the government had already shifted most 3 pence coins to the brass 12-sided design. That makes the silver 3 pence of 1945 incredibly rare. Only a very small number were ever struck. In fact, some experts believe that almost the entire mintage was melted down, leaving just a handful of survivors. Because of this, the 1945 silver 3 pence has reached jaw-dropping auction results. Depending on condition, it can be worth anywhere from $10,000 up to $20,000 or more. Imagine a coin that once had a spending value of just 3 pence now, being valued like a luxury car. That is the power of rarity. The year 1937 marked a turning point in British coinage. For the very first time, the 3 pence coin was struck in a bold new brass design with 12 sides. Under the reign of King George VI, this was a big change because earlier 3 pence coins were usually silver and round. The 1937 issue became iconic because it represented innovation, a practical shape that was easy to recognize by touch, even in a pocket full of coins. Today, collectors look back at the 1937 3 pence as the birth of an era, and in well-preserved condition it can be worth anywhere between $500 to $3,000. What makes it even more desirable is that it is the very first of its kind, and first issues in coinage almost always carry a premium value. By 1970, Britain was preparing for decimalization, a complete overhaul of the currency system that would arrive in centiworth. The 3 pence coin was struck for the very last time in 1970, but only as a proof version for collectors. None of these coins ever entered circulation, which makes them highly desirable today. Although not as rare as the 1945 or 1952 issues, the 1970 proof 3 pence is still extremely popular because it marks the end of the series. In pristine condition, these coins can sell for $400 to $700, with some full-proof sets going much higher. For collectors, this coin isn't just about money. It's about owning the final chapter of a coin that had been in use for centuries. Depending on the era and the condition, prices can range from $1,000 to well over $15,000. Some unique errors have even broken expectations, selling for more than classic rarities, simply because they are one-of-a-kind pieces. This 2 pence coin carries one of the most iconic designs in British coinage. On the reverse, it shows the Prince of Wales's feathers, 3 elegant ostrich feathers rising from a royal crown. Just beneath, a ribbon bears the historic motto, Ich dien, which means I serve. At the top is the inscription New Pence, and at the bottom the bold number 2, marking its value. Simple, royal, and meaningful. This design represents both tradition and power, making the coin instantly recognizable among collectors. When it comes to the 2-pence coin with the Prince of Wales's feather design, the most valuable and legendary example is the 1983 new pence error coin. By 1982, the Royal Mint had officially changed the inscription from new pence to 2-pence, but in 1983, a tiny number of coins were mistakenly struck with the old wording new pence instead of the updated version. This small minting mistake turned the coin into one of the rarest and most sought-after modern British coins. Collectors will pay extraordinary sums for it. In top condition, the 1983 new pence error coin has sold for $2,000 to $3,500, and in some cases, depending on rarity and grade, even higher at specialist auctions. Imagine a coin that was once worth just 2 pence, suddenly valued at thousands of dollars. That is why this design holds a special place in the world of rare coins. One of the most famous is the 1971 new pence 2p coin. When the United Kingdom switched to decimal currency in 1971, the 2-pence coin was introduced with the words new pence written at the top. This was meant to remind people that the country had moved from the old system to decimal coinage. However, after 1981, the inscription was changed to just 2 pence. Here's where the rarity comes in. By mistake, in 1983, a very small batch of coins was struck with the old new pence wording instead of 2 pence. This error made the coin extremely valuable. Because of its mistake, the 1983 new pence 2p error coin is worth a fortune today. Depending on its condition, collectors are willing to pay between $2,000 and $6,000, with some pristine examples fetching even higher prices at auction. Another highly valuable coin in this design is the 1982 2 pence. The very first year the inscription was officially changed from new pence to 2 pence. This wasn't just a minor adjustment. It marked the end of one era and the birth of another, which is why collectors place such a huge premium on this coin. In outstanding uncirculated or proof condition, this coin has been known to reach astonishing prices. Some examples have sold for over $2,500. In rare presentation, sets can push even higher depending on their condition and rarity. Imagine a simple 2-pence coin once used for everyday purchases now being valued at more than $1,000. That's the kind of shocking transformation that makes this piece so exciting to collectors worldwide. And there you have it, the humble 2-pence and 3-pence coins, once used for everyday shopping, now transformed into treasures worth thousands of dollars. From the legendary 1945 silver 3-pence, fetching tens of thousands, to the 1983 new pence, error 2 pence worth over $3,000. These small pieces of metal carry enormous value in history. It just goes to show, sometimes the smallest coins can hold the biggest surprises. So before you overlook that old change lying in a drawer, take another look. You might just be holding a coin that could change your life. If you enjoyed this video and want to discover more rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Who knows? The next treasure could be right in your hands.